Greetings, Radiant Ones. My name is Chanelle Washington, Indigo Fair beauty expert and author of The Answer to Dry Hair. My website is indigofair.com, and today I'm going to be sharing on video for the first time my natural hair journey. I have done several videos and I've done a blog post called Chanelle's Natural Hair Journey, but I have never discussed it with you and just kind of reflected on the memories in a video. So I'm going to have to actually count and get the exact number of years, but I know that I transitioned in 1994. 1994. I am not a millennial. I'm part of Generation X. So when I was a freshman in college is the time that I just decided to go natural. And back then we didn't really call it the big chop. It was just called you're wearing a natural. Okay, so let's see. During that time, I was wearing braids, and I went to the barber shop and I got a haircut. I actually made myself go ahead with it by go ahead and I cut my braids down like at the root. And I went to the barber shop to get my afro, nice and shaped. And you know what? Wait a minute. It's been a long time. It was not a barber shop. The first time it was actually a hair salon in downtown Philadelphia. I cannot remember the exact name of it. I am a native of Philadelphia, and I went to a very nice hair salon in downtown Philly, and I also got my brows done that day at the salon, and I remember it. I remember just how comfortable I felt. It wasn't like a really big deal to me as far as something, that I had to do a lot of preparation for. I'm going to tell you what sparked it for me, okay? What sparked it was, at the time, I was a freshman in college. Like I said, I'm a Temple grad, so freshman living in the dorm. And when you're in college, if you've been to college, or even if you're a young person, or you can remember what it's like to be, for me, I was about, I think, 18, 19 years old. And your appearance means a lot to you. So your self-image, you're still developing and growing into an adult. And I spent a lot of time worrying about what I was wearing, getting my hair done. I was wearing my nice little Toni Braxton, T-Boz, Anita Baker, whatever you want to call it, short haircuts that were tapered and relaxed. And I really enjoyed going to the salon, getting my hair done, keeping my hair done. Well, one time I caught myself, kind of mentally checked myself, because I felt like, oh, it's time to get a touch-up. And I was kind of like, cringe, like, oh, wow, I got to get a touch-up. And it was just something about that moment that made me say, wait a minute, wait 1 minute, because it was like, what message was I really sending to myself that I wasn't okay with the way that God allowed my hair to grow out of my head? That's really what I told myself, and I said, you know what, the relaxer just simply isn't for me anymore. And it doesn't mean that if if you're at that place and you're wearing your hair relaxed, you're thinking the same way, but this is just my journey. This is my journey. So, yeah, when I found myself thinking that way, I wanted to just, make a change. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'm just not going to get a relaxer anymore. So I had the braids in, and I went ahead and cut my braids off at the roots and had my new growth. Got it shaped up, and that's where I was. And I want to touch on that a little bit, because in the book, The Answer to Dry Hair, I talk about, really your self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, and what contributes to a lot of women struggling in this area, thinking that, I could never wear my hair natural, or my hair is just too nappy for that, or all the things that we say, or all the things that we have heard that makes us really, really uncomfortable. I don't have the right face for that, so many things. But it really goes a lot deeper, and I deal with that in the book. So for me, I was blessed enough, I will say, to be, grow up or be raised around what I would call a healthy sense of African consciousness of who I was as a Black woman, and that I was beautiful, and I was okay just as I was. It doesn't mean I didn't get teased in school, about my features, which by the way, I absolutely am in love with. And have no problem with. But as we grew up, in school, growing up in the inner city, we teased each other a lot in school. And I just teased them right back. So it didn't really make a mark on me in such a way where I struggle with things like that. And also just the books I was exposed to, the things that I was reading and learning and studying, and understanding how great I was, and how great the greatness that I come from, and why it's important to celebrate that. And that's just where I was. I was really blessed to be in that place, and I understand a lot of you didn't have that upbringing, or did not have a lot of the cultural, I would say, just the lifestyle that I grew up in. My community, the community you grew up in, may not have reflected those things or celebrated such things. I'm going to give you an example. Every year in Philly, we have a celebration called Odun Day, okay? And it's essentially a Yoruba New Year tradition celebration that is a big festival, a big outdoor festival where there's music and dancing and drumming and vendors, which has a lot to do with even the confidence I have as an entrepreneur, because I grew up around all these things, and that's just one of them. Also went to New York to something that used to be called the I think it was, we used to call it the African Street Festival in Brooklyn, but now it's something that the name is different. But anyway, growing up, walking around these events, seeing women with beautiful locks, down their back, or women just comfortably wearing their natural hair, wearing, traditional African clothes, jewelry, gemstones, amber, silver, all these things, really made an impact on me, growing up as a young woman. So that's a little bit about, and I didn't write any notes for this video. I just wanted to flow with it and bring it to you from my heart. So if I'm a little all over the place, forgive me. So that's when I cut my hair and went natural. Since then, let's fast forward. This is 2016. That was 1994, okay? 1994, this is 2016. Since then, I have worn coils. I have worn a big fro and a puff pushed up in a scarf. I have worn braids. I did micro braids back in the day, cornrows. I have worn blowout styles, rod sets, what else? So many different things. I cut my hair off again really low and let it grow back, worn color, so many different ways that I could creatively express myself. And then for a period, I did lock my hair. I wore cultivated locks, and they grew really, really long, and that was really around the time where I had my business brick and mortar location open in Philadelphia called the Indigo Fair Natural Hair and Skin Studio. So I was there for a period. I was styling natural hair, teaching, natural beauty business certifications, those type of things, and it's just been a great journey. It's been an awesome journey. And I just wanted to share this, and just with the takeaways that you can think about if you either have natural hair already, or you are considering transitioning from relaxed to natural hair, a few of the things that you want to think about really deals with the fact that it's really important to continue to celebrate and affirm yourself as a woman of color, because there are many, many factors, whether you are conscious of it or not, that do the opposite. Okay, and that's really what Indigo Fair Beauty has been all about. That's my beauty brand. You can learn more about it at www.indigofair.com. I'll leave the link down in the description box. And I'd love for you to just learn more about my story and how I got started, and more about what inspired me to get started and what we represent. But if you currently are wearing natural hair, and another thing I'll say is, don't allow the inverse oppression to happen to you as a woman who wears her hair natural, whether it's loose natural hair, whether it's locks, whether it's sister locks, whether you wear straight blowouts and flat iron styles. We can wear weaves, we can wear wigs. I'm wearing crochet braids. Don't feel like you have to look like anybody else, or your path or journey has to be like, this is just life. I mean, I use the term journey because I wanted you to find me here on YouTube, but it's just life, and we can just simply live a radiant life. Things don't have to be so complicated and so categorized. I really am not a fan of that. So just live your life, be beauty, celebrate your beauty. If you want to get color, if you want to wear your hair any way you want to wear it and change it back again, that is part of the privilege that we have as beautiful Black women. So I just hope that you enjoyed this, and it was fun sharing it. It was fun reflecting. And I'm going to be coming back to you with some more videos, some more tips, and just connecting with you and getting to know you a little better again. Many of you may know I am a new mommy, so I took a while where I wasn't really doing a lot of videos for Indigo Fair Beauty. My baby girl is doing wonderful. She's 6 months old, and I appreciate all of you who support me. I recently did released an audio called the Client Appreciation 2016. If you haven't listened to it, please do. And I appreciate you. I just want to say thanks for listening. Please do me 3 big favors if you've enjoyed this. The first one is to like it. So click like for this video. The second thing is to share some comments. Show me some love in the comment section. What was your thoughts about this video? Do you have any questions for me, or just anything that you want to let me know? And then the final thing is to share it. Share it across your social media platforms. Tag a few people that you may know, whether it's on Twitter, on Facebook, or even on Pinterest, wherever you would like to share this video. I appreciate it, and be radiantly beautiful. I will come back with another one, and don't forget to subscribe.